All right, my dudes. Another one. This one is on the Zen rollover. Here's what it looks like. That's the move. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, what the heck is going on? Didn't you already do this trick? Isn't this the Y2K roll? No. So, the way it works is the Y2K roll is done starting with the bite handle. So, you can see I'm holding the bite handle. This is the Y2K roll. So, that's the move. It comes up. Good. We've already shown that one. The Zen roll is holding the other handle. So, the Zen rollover is holding the safe handle in the pen grip. So what happens is you have to do a wrist pass at the end because the blade's coming out your fingers. Anyways, we'll talk about that more in a bit. Here's a slow-mo. Okay, so this move, to start off, like I said, you're going to start with the safe handle in this pen-looking grip. Now, what you're going to do is you're basically just going to do a Y2K rollover. So you're going to fling out the other handle, in this case the bite handle. This trick, actually I'll mention something first. Do this trick, do the rollover horizontally. It's much easier. I'll talk about that later as well, but we're going to do it horizontally. So you're going to fling the bite handle out in a horizontal plane, like this. And as the bite handle hits your thumb, you're going to release the safe handle. The knife is going to spin around your thumb, and you're going to catch the bite handle. So I'll go over that one more time real quick. You're holding the safe handle, fling the other handle out around your thumb. It's going to spin around your thumb, and you're going to catch the bite handle. Now, of course, the issue with this is the blade, the sharp side of the blade that will cut you, is going to come flying at your fingers. And that sounds pretty dangerous because it is, and you're probably going to get cut trying this, so be warned. So anyways, the bite handle, the blade is going to come flying at your fingers. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to do a wrist pass. So I'm going to put that tutorial in the description. You need to know that. That's super critical. If you don't know that, you're going to get wrecked. Even if you do know that, you're probably going to get wrecked a couple times. Anyways, I'm hyping this up. It's not the worst. So you're going to do a wrist pass. So I'm going to cover that briefly here, but the full tutorial will be in the description. So, what you do is your palm is upwards, the blade is flying at your fingers, and you're going to turn your palm upside down. At the same time, you're going to point your wrist downwards, and what that's going to do is that turn from being palm up to being downwards to being palm down is going to transfer the momentum, and the blade, the other handle is going to come under your hand, and the blade is not going to touch your fingers. So I'll show you what that looks like again, a little bit slower. So that's what it looks like. You can see it does that weird little twist underneath my hand. Watch the wrist pass tutorial, that'll help. So basically, the way to do this trick is to master the wrist pass, master the Y2K, and then put them both together. To safely practice this trick, what you can do is you can just start holding the bite handle, like a normal Y2K, and just pretend it's the safe handle, right? So you can do a wrist pass with the safe handle. So that way if you mess up and it brushes your fingers or whatever, you're not going to get cut. You can still feel it. You can still practice. You're good to go. So another thing I'll talk about is doing the Zen rollover vertically. So this one is much harder, much more dangerous than the previous one. So I'll show you what it looks like. So that's the move. The reason this is much more dangerous is when it's in a vertical plane, you can't do a wrist pass because a wrist pass requires a horizontal transfer of momentum, whereas if you're straight vertical, you don't have that. So basically what you have to do is right at the right moment, you just have to point your wrist down, and so the blade doesn't reach your fingers, and you got to transfer the momentum back up. So I'll cover that again briefly. So you're going to hold the safe handle, do a Y2K. The knife is going to rotate around your hand. You're going to catch. The sharp side of the knife is going to be coming at your fingers. You're going to point your hand way down, and you're going to open it back up. So that's what that looks like. Now, this trick, of course, I've been hyping up how dangerous it is. It's not the worst. If you master the wrist pass, you master the Y2K, you'll get it. This trick is super critical, though. You need to know it. It's in everything. All the cool moves do this. This trick is super important to know. Everything, like the behind the 8 ball, you need it. Helix, you need it. Cherry picker, everything. Whatever it is, you basically need to know this. And this will really improve your flipping game. This is like the next step up towards being advanced. So good luck. Try not to cut your fingers off. And I'll see you next week.